Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. This is something I was not expecting today. Holy crap. James Gunn and Peter Safran are pretty much set to lead the film, TV, and animation division of DC Studios and basically being the co-chairs and co-CEOs of DC Studios. So DC is getting their own studio, which is shocking because I never thought this day would actually come. Holy shit. So uh, let's just get into this article, man. Oh my god. Because I really want to know what is going to be going on next. What is the next step? Oh god. The hierarchy of power in the DC universe really is changing. Damn right it is. Oh my god. In a stunning turn of events, filmmaker James Gunn and producer Peter Safran have been tapped to lead DC's film, TV, and animation efforts as co-chairs and co-CEOs of DC Studios. Oh my god. I gotta say, man, I did not see this coming. Holy crap. I'm happy, and I definitely am willing to give James Gunn and Peter Safran a shot at this. Because with what's been going on with Henry Cavill back as Superman, hey man, I'm willing to give this a shot. A newly formed division at Warner Brothers that will replace DC Films. The unprecedented move in which a top director will assume a top executive post marks the end of a months-long search by Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav to replace DC Films boss Walter Hamada, who departed the studio last week. That search had all of Hollywood guessing and playing executive bingo for who will get one of the most coveted and challenging jobs in town. In recent weeks, Gunn and Safran were spotted on the Warner's lot, meeting with Warner's film co-chair Michael DeLuca about future projects. And according to sources, the initial overture to Safran and Gunn came from DeLuca over the summer, even as the studio was in shaky talks with Dan Lin to take the job. Gunn will focus on the creative side, while Safran will focus on the business and production side of things. Both are expected to continue to direct and produce projects, respectively. They will report directly to Zaslav and work closely with Warner's film bosses DeLuca and Pamela Abdy. Sources say the deal runs 4 years and Gunn will be exclusive to DC. The goal is for them to not just be the producers, but to truly function as executives, even as Gunn will occasionally hone a movie. Unlike Marvel Studios, DC has multiple films set in separate creative universes, and we all know this. And according to sources, Joker filmmaker Todd Phillips' work on the upcoming sequel, which goes into production later this year, will not fall under Gunn and Safran's purview, and instead will be overseen by DeLuca and Abdi. Oh, okay. Matt Reeves, who worked under Hamada, has a budding universe based on the Batman movie. It is unclear under whose purview Reeves' future projects would fall, but everything else moving forward would be under Gunn and Safran. Gotcha. So I take it the DCEU would be under Gunn and Safran, then, pretty much, basically. DC has among the most entertaining, powerful, and iconic characters in the world, and I am thrilled to have the singular and complementary talents of James and Peter joining our world-class team and overseeing the creative direction of the storied DC universe, said Zaslav in a statement. Their decades of experience in filmmaking close ties to the creative community and a proven track record thrilling superhero fans around the globe, make them uniquely qualified to develop a long-term strategy across filmmaking, across film, TV, and animation, and take this iconic franchise to the next level of creative storytelling. Get rid of that. Gunn is one of the more respected minds in the world of comic book filmmaking. He came up in the indie film space and became an A-list filmmaker in 2014 with Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy and its 2017 sequel. He jumped to DC in 2018 to develop the Suicide Squad after rival Marvel fired him as director of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The studio later reinstated him, and that project is due out in May 2023, if we all know that. His DC foray, The Suicide Squad, was critically adored and spawned the hit HBO Max spin-off Peacemaker starring John Cena. Gunn is currently working on a second season. Oh, wow, okay. Oh yeah, that's right, he is. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, yeah, that's right, he is. Safran came up as a manager where Gunn was among his clients and is fully enmeshed in the world of DC as producer of the $1 billion grossing Aquaman and its upcoming sequel, as well as Squad, Peacemaker, and Shazam, and its sequel. His relationship with Warner's extends back 10 years and includes the $2 billion Conjuring horror franchise. The Safran Company recently re-upped its production deal with Warner's. Gunn and Safran will work with top execs at WBD, including TV boss Channing Dungey, HBO and HBO Max's Cassie Bloys, USA Network's Group Chair and Chief Content Officer Kathleen Finch, Consumer Products Chief Pam Lifford. Sorry, I had to yawn there for a minute. And Warner Interactive Entertainment's David Haddad. DC Studios will share resources across the company. We're honored to be the stewards of these DC characters we've loved since we were children, Gunn and Safran said in a statement. We look forward to collaborating with the most talented writers, directors, and actors in the world to create an integrated, multi-layered universe that that still allows for the individual expression of the artists involved. Our commitment to Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Harley Quinn, and the rest of the DC stable of characters is only equaled by our commitment to the wonder of human possibility these characters represent. We're excited to invigorate the theatrical experience around the world as we tell some of the biggest, most beautiful, and grandest stories ever told. Alright, moving on now. Oh, damn, this article is actually pretty long. Holy crap. The move comes at a seismic moment for the DC universe, which for the past 4 years has been led by Hamada under the DC Films banner. The executive departed amid friction with new Warner's leadership under Zaslav, who made the controversial decision to axe Batgirl in August and has vowed to reshape DC with a 10-year plan as it seeks to compete with rival Marvel Studios. Even though David Zaslav talked about finding a Kevin Feige-style executive over the summer, the team started exploring looking at emulating the Pixar model, in which you have producers and filmmakers working as executives. That has never been tried in the live-action space. DC released Black Adam over the weekend, which featured Superman actor Henry Cavill's return to the DC Universe, and next up has Shazam! Fury of the Gods out in March. As for Gunn's future at Marvel, there has been talk that he could continue on in some form after the conclusions of his Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. However, today's news, which comes hours after Marvel touted its upcoming Gunn-directed Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, seems to have closed the door on Gunn's chapter in the MCU. The hiring is effective November 1st and comes as DeLuca and Abdi have been making creative decisions and overseeing post-production of everything from The Flash to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom since taking over their posts in early July. We could not be more excited to have James Gunn and Peter Safran join the team and assume the leadership of the DC Universe, DeLuca and Abdi said in a statement. James is a brilliant filmmaker and storyteller, and Peter is a tremendously successful and prolific producer. And to have them both committing to work together to forge this new era for DC is a literal dream come true. We all share a very similar sensibility and passion for this universe, and the stars couldn't have aligned any better. We can't wait to get started, dig in, and collaborate with these unmatched creative minds. Alright, so that's it for this article. Now, all I gotta say, man, is I definitely really want to give this a shot. I mean, hey, James Gunn with Peacemaker was really cool. And I'm telling you, man, Marvel ain't gonna beat with whatever DC's doing. Because whatever DC's doing right now, whatever movies they could do, especially with Man of Steel 2 in early production, well, in the early stages, I mean, but, hey, man, I don't think Marvel's gonna be able to beat with whatever DC's gonna be doing, man. And I mean that. Like, DC has a lot of potential right now to where Marvel may not be able to beat them. So, that's all I gotta say about this. Post your comments down below, though. Let me know what you guys think about this. Are you happy about James Gunn being in charge of DC, along with Peter Safran being in charge of DC, or are you not happy about this? Let me know what you think. Also, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and if you guys know anyone that's a fan of DC, or James Gunn specifically, you should send this video over to them because they might have a good time watching this. And also, come follow me over on Twitch and Discord. I'll be putting the links to those in the description down below. So yeah, until then, everybody, I will see you all later, and goodbye.